Living Local presents Biz Buzz 413 with your host, Jill Munson.
Hey, welcome back in. This is Living Local's Biz Buzz 413. I forgot to introduce myself, but I guess that goes without saying. I'm Jill Munson, the host of the show, here with my friends and guests, Kara Bombard and Aidan McDonald from the Young Professional Society, YPS of Greater Springfield. We're chatting all things about the Up Next Summit. Now, your tagline, I love, develop, connect, elevate. What does that mean to you?
Really, as we were thinking of this concept, again, it's providing resources to those folks who are really starting to take their first steps as leaders. Mm-hmm. Now, that could mean people that are moving from, middle management to upper management. That could be people that have been individual contributors and moving into their very first management position. But we really, we want them to feel that development opportunity through YPS. Connection has always been core of YPS. I mean, that has been, what YPS is.
How we all got to know.
Absolutely. And then elevate, again, we want them to feel secure and have that network behind them, those connections that they have made to really elevate their career, again, keep it in our community, keep their talents in Greater Springfield, but feel that they're supported in that and that they can use those connections in a very prosperous way.
And it's not just for folks who work for companies. It's also for your solo and your entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to make sure because, that's a distinction. And, I know from doing the morning mingles that there are quite a few entrepreneurial souls within the YPS sphere. So one of the things that I read that you had written was it was about, empowering the future and really doing it together with the community that is existing. So the senior leaders, the more vintage folks like myself. Hey, I got the vintage shirt on. I wore a vintage 1975 shirt today because I don't care. I am over 50 and I freaking love it. So, but it was empowering our future and investing in leaders. And part of that investing is, YPS is literally all volunteer, grassroots. What they bring in is what they're able to spend, not just on the summit, but on every single thing that you guys do. It's always been that way, to the chagrin of many. They tried to get us to join other bigger groups and stuff, back in the day. So that investment part, I want you to be able to thank your sponsors for the summit, but also beyond the summit. One of you guys explain how people can get involved that are listening, how companies can support this, because without this, stop bitching about the future workforce. If we don't have YPS, people can't complain. And if you complain, I'm going to ask you, did you support YPS? I just want people to know that now. I'm calling them out. All right.
I like it. So outside of the summit, there's so many ways to get involved. I mean, we've got our third Thursdays, we've got our leadership luncheons, we've got our morning mingles.
Yes.
We've got so many events, and all of those events need A, people to help facilitate, and B, funds to make them happen.
Yep.
So we've got all those events happening. There's opportunities to support all of those. What am I missing?
Memberships. Folks can become members, whether that's for themselves as an entrepreneur. We do have specific memberships built for individuals with small businesses or solopreneurs.
Yes, I am a member.
Yes, you are. But we also have business memberships that are meant to be flexible. So a larger company can come in and, say, buy a 5-member business membership. And it's flexible, so it doesn't have to be the same 5 people. You don't have to pick those right off the bat. And, it's any 5 people can come from your company to connect at any given event. And that can change event
Which
by
is
event.
so important because literally, so Head Start is a member, and they came to the mingle. And it was funny because, people that can come to a morning mingle, which happens in the morning. I know that's shocking. There's our creativity, Aidan.
What?
So the people that can come to the morning event probably or may be different than someone who can come to an evening and after, a third Thursday, because, at a third Thursday, you've got maybe your kids and they're out of school or whatever. So I love that with a membership, you can rotate which people in your organization can go. So that's awesome. In order to put on an event, and especially to put on an event at MGM, I love them, used to work there, but it's a premier venue, so it should, as we all say, you should get paid for what you give, and they give great stuff. So you have to have some money. So you've gotten some sponsors. Obviously, if you're listening, I know we're only a month out, but there's still room to sponsor, to have a table. There's space, will accept you, so reach out. But the existing sponsors, we want want to shout them out and give them some love. So who do we got?
So we've got People's Bank.
Woohoo!
We've got the Employers Association.
Wait, back up. People's Bank, Matt Bannister, Chrissy Kitty, two of the best humans ever.
And so supportive of our organization consistently.
And more importantly, my bank.
There you go. There you go. Simple banking.
Yeah.
We've got the Employers Association of the Northeast.
Love them. Did you know who works for the Employers Association of the Northeast that is tied into YPS?
Miss Pam Thornton.
Pam Thornton, throwback old president. Woohoo! One of my vintage gals.
We love our alum.
Very nice. We've got Bacon Wilson.
Oh, and wait, who works at Bacon and Wilson that is tied into the Young Professional Society?
The lovely Sarah Federation, who is our chair of our
Governance.
committee.
Indeed.
That's a good one for anybody in the law field. But actually, I was thinking even more throwback than that. And I'm going to, you probably were like a fetus at the time.
Most likely.
Jeff Fialki.
Oh, Jeff Fialki.
Jeff was our president. And I did recently send Kara some pictures to use during in between. And there's a throwback of Jeff that I'm hoping makes it in the, love you, Jeff.
Make it ugly. It'll be good.
He's going to sue me. And who else?
Well, we have the wonderful Feel Good Shop Local and Pop More both being represented in honor of our keynote speakers.
I love that. And I love that Feel Good Shop Local is there. Obviously, as Living Local, it's something we fully support is, when we can spend our dollars local. And Pop More. I mean, if you don't know, that's my jam, my company, and I do confidence coaching. And I've pivoted recently, and I'm really targeting the entry-level employee and the emerging leader. So this, all sort of the kismet of it, all just, sort of totally worked out. And then I understand that you have a media partner as well.
WMAS.
Ironically, I used to do the morning show at WMAS.
There we go.
I really have a problem. I am way too all things.
You got to stop doing stuff.
Overconnected is not a bad thing. I wouldn't have had my last 3 jobs without you, Jill.
That's kind of true.
It's very true. Yeah.
Literally, that's what I love about YPS, though. People always say, they've questioned, oh, it's just a party group, or, oh, it's just a drinking crowd. And I'm like, okay, listen, first of all, anything is anything if it's what you make it, right? I'm not a drinker, so it's definitely not. I wasn't even a drinker when I was your age, which was 150 years ago before they even had glassware. But anyway, just kidding.
The advent of alcohol.
It was during Prohibition. No, but it is what you make of it, right? And to me, it was about the connections. I can literally tie things back to YPS. And the funny part is people will say oh, I think I met you at YPS. And I'm like, I have no idea. Because it's just you just become part of my fabric, right? All right, so we're having Up Next, and it's on October 16th. It's a Thursday. We've established it's at MGM. We're going to tell you how to get tickets in a little bit. But first, we need to tell you why you want to be there, because it's not just me on a stage, because, that's reason enough. Just kidding. No,
Don't run. Please don't run.
No, Michelle is reason enough. I'm like the gravy on the potatoes, and she's the really good mashed potatoes. Anyway, Aiden, stop rolling your eyes.
Such an interesting comparison.
I don't know. What do you like?
right,
ice cream and, Anyway, I'm the sprinkles. All right, so I wish you guys could see the eye rolling that Aiden is doing.
You know what? You can't have one or the other. You can't just have gravy or just mashed potatoes. You have to have both together.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Come on.
You're so cute. And Michelle is not lumpy, so it's perfect. All right.
We just lost our keynote.
I'm the lumpy one. Maybe I'm the mashed potatoes. All right, so what the heck are we doing during the day? After I get off the stage and before Michelle gets on the stage, what's happening?
So, we have really looked at this opportunity and tried to bring a different light to it. So what we didn't want was to go to this huge conference and have everybody move to these breakouts that had 50 or 60 people sitting in it and some wonderful speakers, but no tangible engagement from most of the crowd. Mm-hmm. Those opportunities are great. There's always great questions asked of those speakers, but a lot of people will just sit in that room and not engage, not interact, and we wanted to avoid that. So we're really breaking it down and doing micro workshops throughout most of the day. So these will be rounds of 10 tops of folks with a single facilitator at each of the tables. Those subject matter experts will be speaking to things like, using your influence to lead, your personal branding and how that can shape your career path, and different communication etiquette, and how you can clearly communicate with confidence. They're really meant to be, very direct interactions between those groups of 10 people.
I love that.
So not only are you getting knowledge and a tangible list of things that you can implement into your life immediately, whether that's personal or professional, but you're also getting those connections of the folks you're sharing that experience with.
Yeah. Well, and it's different. And that's what, it's what I expect, I think, if I go to something that a young professional group puts on. Like, I don't want the same old, same old. Like, I want it was kind of like we were talking about in the car. I want a conference, but I want it with a unique, like, flip that youth brings.
Well, and the important part of doing it this way, I think, is that the energy stays in the room. So, like, people can feed off each other all day long. We're not leaving the room and going to these smaller rooms that innately don't have the same energy, right? We're able to keep it all in the same room and keep people engaged and keep people entertained.
Do you have some of the facilitators lined up yet? Like, I know one in particular because she happens to be my part-time boss, right? So can we say a couple of them? We don't want to spoil it all. People can go on the website and get all the details. But do you know a couple?
Before we get there, a couple other cool things that are happening throughout the day. We've got there's a panel discussion, a leadership panel discussion.
Oh, cool.
We've got Zumba. Right?
Yes, we will be doing a
Zumba.
morning movement to get
Morning
everybody.
movement.
Yes, I heard that. I love
Get
that.
the energy up right off the bat.
Jen McGrath, right?
Jen
MGM.
The wonderful
Springfield,
Jen McGrath.
And the panel, I believe it's facilitated by, or like hosted, or kind of like overseen by Andres.
Yes.
Andres Gomez from MGM Springfield, who is, again, I used to work there. So sick. I just realized I'm literally connected to everybody. And I didn't help with any of the setup or any of the sponsors. I made suggestions, but you guys did all that. But Andres, and then Megan Rothschild is on the panel.
Yes.
Do we remember any of the other panelists off the top of our head? Now I'm making you guys stretch, but it's okay if you don't, because it's like the only reason I remember Megan
There's an Excel sheet with a lot of names on it.
And we'll have those on the website when they go there.
Correct,
After we
yeah.
stop talking. Okay.
Absolutely.
But the panel is going to be great because it's and people can ask questions. So we want to encourage that.
Absolutely, please.
What else is going on?
At the end, we've got our third Thursday. We're going to finish it off with the third Thursday.
And we're going to do that in the
We'll be in the YPS lounge,
Which
right
is-
in the hotel lobby bar.
That's the coolest thing.
Yep.
I just think that's like the neatest thing. And I know throughout the entire day, because Kara kind of recently ran down the agenda, and it's been fluid, and now we're a month out, and they'll probably change a little bit even as we get it closer. But there's a lot of intention in everything. There's going to be music, there's going to be movement, there's going to be audio, video. There's going to be, and it's set that way to bring in the something for everybody mindset. If you're a little bit more introverted, you don't have to be in a massive room. You'll be at a table of 10. If you're like me and you could talk to the brick wall, which Aiden found me doing in this podcast studio a little while ago, is kind of awkward. The brick wall doesn't talk back much. I wish it would. Nobody talks to me anymore. But no, like if you're very, very outgoing, there's place for you too. So it's going to be great. I think Angel is going to be there.
Yes, from the Rally Cries.
Yep. So it's just going to be a plethora of awesomeness. I hate this. We're out of time.
That does suck.
It does.
That does suck.
Can we do a part 3? No, Bill will kill me.
Bill, listen, we need more time on these things, just so you know.
So let's wrap up with the who, what, when, where. How do people, where are they going? When are they going? So they can get it on their calendar, because tickets are on sale now. And there's a good chance it's going to sell out. Also, employers can buy tickets for their team. So tell us all that.
So again, it's Thursday, October 16th at MGM Springfield. Tickets are on sale at springfieldyps.com/upnext.
And I'll put that link in the, if I can figure out how.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of information on the website too. If people have more questions about what they can expect to see throughout the day, it'll all be on the website.
All of the folks leading our workshops.
And I'll put an email, an info email for YPS in the body of these notes, so people, if they do have a direct question, or if they want to know more just about sponsorship or whatever, they can get in touch. So
I was just going to say the same thing. If people still want to get involved and help out and partner in some sort of way with this, we're more than happy to have a conversation.
you're so adorable. He's got his little spring. You guys can't see him. We'll do a picture. He's got his little Springfield hat on, his big old headphones.
YPS button.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do have my YPS pin.
YPS.
And pigeon.
I got my pigeon pin
His
as well.
pigeon. His whole hat's going to become pins.
Shout out
before
to
you know
the
it.
Springfield bid for that.
Yes,
Yes, indeed.
Michelle, Samantha. Samantha's on the board, right?
Yep.
Yes, she
Yes.
is.
You guys, Man, it's so
We have a powerhouse board right now.
way better than when I was the co-VP. No, just kidding. Shout out to Jack Toner. He was my co-VP with me. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. We try to put one out every week. It is BizBuzz 413. I am your host, Jill Munson, and we're always looking for recommendations for a series we do called Beyond the Biz Card. And that's when we chat with people, all different kinds of people, entrepreneurs, politicians, business owners, nonprofits, the person, and get to know them a little bit deeper. You know, I ask silly questions like, you know, what's your shoe size? You know, we try to dig in and find out who they are and what makes them tick. So thanks for hanging out with us today. Make all of your recommendations by emailing me at livinglocal413. No, that's not my email again. I did it wrong again. Wow, you don't know your title? I don't know. My email, we're like a sad sack of speaking today there, Aiden. All right, here we go. Here's my email. bizbuzz@livinglocal413.org. That's BIZBUZZ at livinglocal413.org. I look forward to hearing from you with your great ideas. Keep coming back each week as we share more of the great going on. And remember, each morning when you wake up, you are doing so in truly the best part of the country.
BizBuzz 413 was brought to you by Living Local.